Hey guys, welcome back to JDS Outdoors. I'm John. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to say thank you to AceVolt for sending this product to me to test out. And also, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I got some questions. I need some help from you guys. So make sure you stay tuned to that or skip to it, check it out, and answer down in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Now, let's go check this thing out. Check it out. All the years of playing with power boxes and solar setups, I've been contacted by several companies to test out their solar generators. And I've sent my information to multiple different ones and nobody sent them to me besides this company. So now I finally get to test a production unit solar generator instead of making my own. So this just arrived. It comes a box in a box. So let's take the box out of the box. It actually showed up a couple days ago, but we had Hurricane Nicole happening, so it wasn't exactly sunny. But I'm happy to finally be able to test out one of these units. So here's the solar panels. It comes in a nice tight package and it folds up pretty slim. Get this out of there, get that out of there. And these handles are magnetic, so that's pretty cool. On the side of the panel box here, or the panels, is where your cords are stored, and it folds up pretty nice. I think I'm actually going to keep this unit in the truck because it's going to come in handy for fishing, hunting, camping, etc. Explore the world, recharge your soul. Not bad, AceVolt. First of all, I want to say thank you, AceVolt, for sending this to me to test out. If you have any interest in this thing after the video, I will link the website and where you can find this at. But owner's manual. So inside this box is a charger brick and your regular 110 outlets, and looks like some extra extension cord for your regular PV solar. I'm having a brain fart on what these connectors are called at the moment, but solar guys know. So you can also plug it into a 12-volt outlet, charge it inside your vehicle. So that is a nice addition to have if you don't have solar but you're running your car. You can charge it, or if you want to keep it charged up in the house, just plug it into the wall. Ta-da! Nothing else in the box, so get rid of that. Here we have the brand new 700 watt solar generator made by AceVolt. If we look on the front here, you see we got 4 outlets, 2 without ground and 2 with ground. Here is the input. So you plug in your 12 to 28 volt 200 watt input for the MPPT, and your regular DC 12 volt outlets right there, and your cigarette lighter 12 volt outlet right there. On the front we got a USB-C, 2 fast chargers, and another cool feature about this is it has a wireless charger for your phone. You just push the button on the front, set your phone on there, and you can see it charges up. Wireless charging capabilities, so that's pretty sweet. You have your controls here on the front to turn on your DC and USB outlets. You can turn on your regular AC outlets, and quick display, so it shows the display, and it comes out of the box, in this case 64% charge. So we got some sun outside. Let's go hook up the solar panels and see how long this takes to charge up. Pretty easy to carry both one-handed. So I am going to choose to set that in the shade, and we'll set the solar panels in the sun. But before I get too carried away and open up the solar panels, I'm going to go ahead and hook this to the front. So in that bunch of wires that was in the brown box, you're going to need this adapter cord. I thought it was an extension cord, but you do need it. Hook your connections together. She plugs right in. So quick display going up on camera, but input 0 watts, output 0 watts, 64% charge. Let's open up this panel. Right in the Southwest Florida sun. Input 58 watts, 57 watts, and it's charging up on the battery meter. We're up to 60 watts now. So let's give this some time to charge. It is currently 2:26. Let's see how fast this charges up. We'll check on it here in a little bit. Well, as you can see by my watch, it is now 3 o'clock, but it's 24 hours later from when we started this. And as you can tell, it is a little gloomy outside. This is still the remnants left behind from Hurricane Nicole, so I didn't pick exactly the best time to try and charge this up. However, we are now at 99% charge, and it is ready for testing. Even though it is gloomy out, it's still bringing in 19 watts of input from the solar panels. But let's go bring this inside, plug it into some stuff, and see how it does. And it shows the output, what each item is drawing, so we will be able to use that to tell approximately how long this box will run said item. So let's go ahead and find some stuff to plug into it. As most of my followers know, I'm getting ready to move, but where I'm moving to isn't exactly been stated yet. But I have this trailer. It's got some of my goodies in it, and inside is a freezer. Let's plug it in and see if the Ace Volt will run my freezer. All right, so this is just your standard little Hisense cheap deep freezer. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna turn on the display, shows 99% charge, 0 output. We're gonna turn on the inverter part by pushing the AC button. Let's plug her in. So she surged up to 599 watts, and this is rated to put out 700, and she's currently running about 80 watts. So it has no problem running this deep freezer. And we're doing a steady draw at about 80 watts. So that means it should run this freezer for approximately 6 to 8 hours without a panel hooked up to it. That's not too bad. One of the main purposes of these things is to take it fishing, hunting, and camping. Well, what happens when you fish, hunt, and camp? Your boots get wet. You need to run a boot dryer. If you have this sitting in the back of your truck, will it run a boot dryer? If so, for how long? Let's turn the display on. Let's turn the power on. We'll plug it in. We got it set to heat, and we're going to turn it on. You can check the power draw. She's drawing 172 watts. Blowing out nice, some nice air here. Still steady drawing 172 watts. So that means this will run this machine, drying your boots, for about 3 to 4 hours without having any solar hooked up to it. And every time you have solar hooked up to it, it'll just prolong how much longer it will run any item based on how much sun is actually getting soaked into the panels. So 3 to 4 hours on that, no problem. Here we have a run-of-the-mill microwave you'd have sitting at a job site. Let's check and see how long the Ace Volt will power a microwave. As you can see, the microwave is on. It's not drawing any power at the moment to run the clock, but let's just turn it on for a minute. Oh, overloaded. It actually kicked the fan on the Ace Volt, and it shows overload right there. 700 watts is not enough to run your cheapy run-of-the-mill microwave. What happens if you're out in the duck blind and you want to whip up a Pop-Tart? Will the Ace Volt have enough juice to run a toaster? Heat up that Pop-Tart? Let's find out. Ooh, 725, only rated for 700. It's not popping up with the overload. She is heating up. Look at that. The Ace Volt 700. We got more than enough juice to heat you up a Pop-Tart out in the duck blind. That's pretty cool. Are you or your significant other a really hot sleeper, and when you're cuddling in a tent, feel like you need a fan? Well, if you got the Ace Volt and a fan, you can click that sucker on high. As you can see, it's only pulling 33, 32 watts on full blast. That means this has enough power stored up in its battery bank to run this fan for over 12 hours. That's pretty sweet. You ever find yourself in a camper just sweating of humidity? Well, will the Ace Volt run a dehumidifier? Let's find out. Wow. That's pretty impressive. That's only pulling 30 watts. That means the Ace Volt has enough electricity stored up in his battery bank, not hooked up to solar, to run a dehumidifier for approximately 12 hours. That's pretty sweet. So the Ace Volt power system is pretty nice. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with what it would run. So in the owner's manual here, it gives some general specifications about this unit. It's got a 672 watt-hour lithium-ion battery. It's good for 2,500 recharges. Total weight on the unit is only 22 pounds, so it packs in pretty light. You also want to make sure that your battery comes from a trusted source. You don't want to be buying cheap, super cheap batteries that have bad reviews that are known for exploding, like some of the vehicles we have running around. Anyways, just a couple more quick items that you might find to a need to charge or run off of the Ace Volt 700. It says it'll recharge a digital camera around 35 times. If you have a MacBook, I'm not exactly sure what that is, it'll charge it 9 times. If you have a refrigerator in your car, in your van, if you're living the van life, it'll run it for around 10 hours with no solar. If you like to switch your Nintendos around, it'll charge it 36 times. And if you fly drones, you'll get about 10 battery charges for your drone batteries. And that also, everything depends on what size actual batteries are in it. Drones have multiple different sizes, so just take that into effect. And also, you want to also factor in that if it's sunny out, you'll have the solar panels going, so it'll drastically increase the amount of times you can run something or the length you can run something. So for the introductory price of this unit, it was pretty impressive, at least to me. This is the first time I've ever got to play with one. Normally I build my own, but this one I have been pretty impressed with, and come in handy for those camping trips, boat trips, camping out on islands, hunting, things of that nature for me. So I want to say thank you to Ace Volt for sending this to me to test out. If anybody has any questions, anything else you want to see run off of it, just let me know. And these little solar generators are awesome to have on hand, especially like if you lose power in your house for 14 days. I highly recommend getting one, and I've been pretty impressed with this one. The next thing that we have to discuss is I got sent this battery. Roy Powell sent me this Life PO4 lithium 18 amp hour battery. It arrived at the same time that the Ace Volt did, and I need to test it. So as a lot of you know, I was one of the first ones on YouTube to put out a DIY video on how to build a portable power box. And I want to know if you want, what do you want me to see? What do you guys want to see this turned into? You want to see another power box or what? Just shoot me some ideas down in the comments, and we'll have some fun with this battery. I mean, the sky's the limit on what we can do, except, well, you know, small time things. I sent an email to this company asking them if they would be interested in sponsoring a off-grid tiny house solar system build, sponsoring the battery side, but they haven't gotten back to me on that. They just want to know when this battery is going to happen in a video. But I got pretty darn busy around here after Hurricane Ian, and then Hurricane Nicole swinging in, doing some damage. Hurricane Nicole wasn't so bad, but Ian really tore a bunch of stuff up. As you can see, my neighbor's roof right there is pretty much non-existent, and there's blue tarps on roofs everywhere. So yeah, that kind of took up a lot of time. Plus Ian tore down my fence, so I had to get a new fence, and this house goes on the market very, very soon. So we got some more big changes coming to the JDS Outdoors channel. A couple that I think that a lot of my longtime followers will like to see. So if you got any suggestions on that 18 amp hour battery, what we should build, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about the Ace Volt solar generator, send comments, questions, concerns about that, and I'll be happy to answer them. It's an awesome unit. I'm pretty impressed. If you have any questions on where I'm going to next, you can drop them in the comments. I'm not going to answer, or maybe I will. You never know. But as always, thank you for watching JDS Outdoors, and I will see you guys on the next one.